I'm going, guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, guys, and this will get a notification.
https://youtube.com/@britnimichel1996 C equals I21 Ru JKA9DSQJ2Z. Subscribe to my channel.
Alright. Just want to get the checks. Hope I can see it. I got 50 Suns again. We're 3-0. The Suns 0-3. You know, we're looking like this time, but this time we're playing on the road. Let's get it.
Starting at power forward, standing 6'11".
Still very early, Clark, but some teams off to a blistering start.
Well, my motto, Brian, is that you can enjoy it and should while it lasts. Everybody's going to hit some air pockets and turbulence at some point. It's how you navigate that determines the outcome of your season.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Edwards out there with Luka Doncic.
I don't know, but ever hit the rookie wall.
And it's the Suns with the ball.
Oh.
The Lakers getting their last shot to go.
The D.
Doncic outside. It's Edwards on the wing. Fades. And the shot goes.
Let's go.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him. And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Here's Durant driving to the basket. And it's slammed in
by Durant.
Just a natural born scorer. Kevin Durant is especially elusive and skilled at converting on the drive.
James outside. Doncic against Booker. Oh, and the jam by Doncic.
Let's go.
Did you guys see that from Luka? My goodness, some extra sauce there.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T.
I'm back. I can figure this out.
5G slam can. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say.
He's way
ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's going to throw that long, I don't think.
Let's go. So,
unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny underrated strength.
Agreed.
And then his vision, his pace, all of that
Nope.
what allows him
Going
to
anymore against me,
really
Bill.
not ever be sped up or out of control.
Now here's Doncic.
Let's go.
Edwards looking for an opening. And Edwards
Let's go.
slams it in.
10-4.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out
Agreed.
awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
And
That's
he's
it.
really improved as a playmaker over the years. Beal's basketball IQ seems to just get higher and higher.
Beal against Edwards. Hachimura outside. Sinks it
Let's go.
from distance.
Timeout. And they've settled in
13-6.
quickly
Let's go.
today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
The Suns making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
No questions. He has been on fire. He's really showing us what the complete package looks like
Number
for a
three.
shooting guard. Getting points, but also doing a lot
got
off
the
ball
10
to
KD.
affect the game.
Now here's Durant. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And yep, it's good.
That
Anywhere else?
mid-range
That's
shot,
it.
a go-to one for KD.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Edwards for three. And Los
Let's
Angeles
go.
another three.
15-8.
Their
Let's go.
offense is really humming right now.
Agreed.
They just can't miss.
Beal outside. Richards with a screen. Launches it. And Beal is good for three. Beal's got 5 now.
Bro, fucking screen.
Love seeing him sink the triple.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure
Watch
is.
each other.
Yeah, I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie
Three.
LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin
Let's
Durant
go.
steadily climbing up the
Go
top
to
10 of
11.
the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you.
What an athlete Beal is. These kind of throwdowns get him going as well as his teammates.
Edwards for three. And another three for the Lakers.
10-13.
All 5 of the
Defense
last
is
buckets
neat.
they've given up have
Work.
been from downtown.
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean,
Agreed.
they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Here's Booker. Oh, and he got
Good
fouled
foul.
on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic.
Yet known as one of the game's most talented scorers, Booker is locked in on wanting to compete for championships.
Done. He's checked in for Bradley Beal. One constant in the NBA, Clark, the constant movement of players.
Yeah, and I think you've got to try to look at the positive side of that, the freedom that players have to play where they choose to play in many cases. I think that's the right of any
Let's go.
employee to be able to go
20-15.
where they feel. They can best optimize their individual and team situations. I think it allows teams to rebuild on the fly and get competitive more quickly. And I like that aspect of it. I don't like to see it overwhelming a season, but I do like the fact the players have that option and that freedom.
And the
Let's go.
basket by Hachimura.
30-15. Let's
Boy,
go.
I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And you know, it's an
Agreed.
all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now here's Booker. 15 in his last outing. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Up top, Edwards. Oh, it's pure
go.
again.
13-15.
He's now a perfect
Let's
10
go.
for 10 in this one.
He's rolling. The best start to a
Agreed.
game you could hope for.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Now here's Allen. No made baskets yet. Here's Durant to stop the run. Hachimura with the defensive effort. The Lakers lead by 17. Shoots over Booker. That one's good from Hachimura. On the assist from Edwards. Hachimura's got 7 points in the game.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And one. Luka.
Impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And here's Edwards outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
Let's go. That's 18.
Edwards has got 28. And so
Go
is
in
the
for
Los
second.
Angeles Lakers
Let's
out in front by 19 going into the break. And their three-point shooting a bit. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Lakers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
And so in the game for Los Angeles,
18.
at the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Gabe Vincent out there with Edwards. And it's Hayes in at the center, locking down the middle. Outside Jones. And there's the call on Rui Hachimura. That's his first foul. He's checked in for the Suns.
Now into the lineup for your Suns, number 17.
Here's Beal. Vincent grabs a miss. Los Angeles leading by 22. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
For 218, let's go.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Now here's Jones. He's covered by Vincent. Martin, the pass to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Martin. Jones from outside. No good. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
You could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best. 5th in three-point field goal percentage, and they earned a spot in the top 10 for team blocks. They use their big men well to keep the paint locked up and not allow easy buckets.
And when you look at their field goal percentage last season, it's obvious this was a team that made smart offensive decisions and didn't rush to take shots. Beal against Edwards. They need this. Plumlee, no good. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
We love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
How the fuck is that fucking dunk?
Jones, the pass to O'Neal. Now Beal, guarded by Edwards.
Good switch.
And there's the rejection. Hachimura against Beal. Out to James. Pass to Edwards. And here's Hayes. Yes, it's good. Hayes has got his first bucket in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Beal, the pass to Plumlee. Back to Beal. it's blocked by Edwards.
Bill, you're not so against me, bro.
Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And there's the lob. And
Let's go.
it's James with the jam.
4-18. Let's go.
Timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
Phoenix calls timeout. A different look for Phoenix. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal. And it's Booker in for Jones. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter.
Never in threes.
For 3, Durant. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. It's Edwards with a drive.
Let's go.
And Edwards
18. Let's go.
slams it in.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Booker surveying the floor to end the drought. And the Suns miss again.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys,
How
no
did they
denying it's
block?
been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Pass to Beal. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Gets a very good look and converts. Beal's got 9.
Look at Beal asserting himself in the mid-range, reminding the defense that he could take that.
Out to Hachimura. On
Let's
target
go.
from range.
For 320.
Their
No
ball
double me.
movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a
No double. I
lot
got
of good,
scores.
clean, open looks.
Clark Hachimura has always been a monster
For 3.
with strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, BA, and working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't.
Let's go. Let's go 20. Let's go.
You got to have some guts and guile to take it to the bucket strong despite the big fella standing in the way.
No 3.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Nope.
Beal with another miss.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Let's go. Let's go 20. Let's go.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Shot to stop the run.
That's
Beal's
off.
shot is off.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Into the...
Let's go. We're not 20.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Good help.
And it's blocked by Edwards.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
And
Let's go.
Edwards slams it in.
6-1
Good
20.
look from Hachimura there, feeding the open man.
43 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Booker, the pass to Martin. Beal against Edwards. Left side Booker. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And both free throws good for Hachimura.
20.
A native of Japan, Hachimura continues to demonstrate why he was a lottery pick in 2019.
Beal against Edwards. Beal, the pass to Booker. To win the drought. No luck on that one. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly the way they drew it up. Yeah, this one might already be over.
And later on, some more NBA action to look forward to. Here are the games coming up. The Pacers will square off against the Magic in Orlando. Tip-off will be 7 o'clock Eastern.
And this could be a fairly competitive one.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson.
Okay, third quarter. Let's go.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Beal.
No, Beal.
Blocked by Edwards. For 3, Booker. Pure
oh my God.
From 3-point range.
23. This guy gotta get bored.
You see the level of confidence Booker possesses. Outstanding off the catch.
Edwards against Beal. The fader. Nice touch on the bank shot.
By smart release.
Edwards got 44.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Here's Beal. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I like when Beal looks to score inside because it forces the D to get physical with him.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it with your executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find.
Beal against Edwards. Shoots over Beal. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Booker goes in. Pass to Beal. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. And he's going for the oop here.
Let's go.
Edwards slams it in.
He's still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Durant with it. 6 on the shot clock. Will it go? And it's blocked.
Important that Hachimura continues to make an impact on the defensive end. Terrific block right there.
Three on the clock. For 3, Durant gets the 3 to fall. Durant's got 7 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Edwards against Beal, and the shot goes in.
Let's 3.
Edwards got 53 points.
And just totally relentless.
That's
only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas.
Phoenix making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
Number 8, Grayson Allen.
Beal, the pass to Durant. To the paint. Oh, it's stolen away. It's 2-on-1. And here they go. That one's good from Hachimura on the assist from James. Hachimura's gotten 4 this quarter.
His play is a big reason why they're ahead. He hasn't missed a shot all night.
Booker, the pass to Durant. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman. And he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other. Folks and inspiring along the way.
Richards with a screen.
2 minutes.
Here's Booker. Clock is at 3.
Let's go.
Hachimura with a rebound. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Edwards with a drive.
Let's go.
Another bucket.
And
he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the
It's
offense.
82-28.
Really taking it to the opposition.
A 3.
Booker, the pass to Durant. For 3, Allen. That one falls. Coming on Beal's feed. Beal's got 3 assists in the game.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
It's Edwards on the wing. Fires for 3.
Another
one goes.
Let's go.
Incredible.
60.
Another
85,
stunning
31.
accomplishment in his career. He's now tied
three.
for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys.
Let's
and
go.
Here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too. What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward.
The 3.
He just
It's
never
31.
gives up.
Here's Booker. Give him 8 points now.
No,
And the 3 off target.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that
Bro.
open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Outside Edwards. And yes!
Bill, why
another
you with me?
basket. That's 62 points.
62.
Amazing. A remarkable
And I thought it won.
performance from him so far.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
That's all.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
James outside. And
Let's
it's
go.
James with the jam.
Another 131.
Since
Let's go.
halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Let's
I
go.
like the disposition and attitude since halftime.
Do it in
They're
third quarter. Let's
patiently
look at the
looking for
result.
good shots.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass,
Let's
no
look at
matter
it, good
what
door. Let's
position
go.
it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the
Let's
stretch
score.
as we
I'll
head
take
into
it
the
on.
4th
Let's
quarter,
go.
but stranger things have happened. On the
A 3.
court for the Lakers to start the 4th. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Edwards out there with Gabe Vincent. And it's Hayes in at the center position. Allen, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Allen. Martin outside. 3-pointer, O'Neal. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 11 rebounds in the game. 14 feet away, and there's James on the assist by Hayes.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Allen outside. Back to O'Neal. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, he's even more magnified and intense. Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Pass to Martin. They need this. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Edwards with it. Picked up by Allen. Edwards, the pass to Hayes. And the layup is good off the glass.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
For Phoenix, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. For 3, Allen. LeBron with the rebound.
Oh, I got your clamp, bro.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Oh, there's the alley.
That's why I was spamming X the whole fucking time.
Outside Booker. Pass to Allen. The 3 ball.
That's all.
Phoenix no good that time either.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the. Oh my!
Let's go. Good night. 22-31. Let's go.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine.
22-31. Let's go. There's no point.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Martin, the pass to Allen. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Plumlee. And got it! Another basket! 71 points.
Let's go.
And no end in sight.
He's in the zone.
No
the defense looks helpless.
Outside Booker. To stop the drought. Tip. Edwards against Allen. And Edwards slams it in.
7-3. 26-31.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Okay, 3.
Outside O'Neal. Back to Booker. Fires from deep. And the 3-pointer goes.
And this is big for Booker's confidence. With his 3-point ball falling, he's so tough to stop.
And here's Edwards outside. Connects again from distance.
We're not 34. Let's go.
10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now Booker. Outside O'Neal. A minute 42 left in the fourth. 11 feet out. Misses off the right iron. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Another bucket. Wow.
From the touches.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in the game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
It was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse.
Another one falls.
82.
Amazing.
That score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands alone for second most points in a game. Unbelievable night.
And to think he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game we'll be talking about for decades.
44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Ooh, nice fadeaway to get it over the top.
That's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
That that one goes in.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Edwards against Allen. The fadeaway. Edwards, that's good.
36.
They
90,
really
36.
came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Softly drops in the floater.
36,
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, guys, LeBron, a superstar matchup tonight. What goes through your mind when you're facing that kind of a challenge?
You know, for me, it's never about an individual challenge or an individual game. It's about the team. Now, you do take the challenge anytime you're going against anybody, but you also got to have your mind in the game, too, and not make it personal. So taking a challenge, making sure your mind is in the right frame, and just trying to make plays for your teammates to be successful.
Thanks, LeBron. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Just go. Let's go. Let's go. If you want to subscribe, want to update this play attributes. After each 3 games I play, I'll update these play attributes. I'm not worried about that contract until the playoffs. Let's go. We're not opening the offense right now because I see how many dogs they missed since yesterday's game. Since yesterday's stream. In our first game we played this stream, with some dunks. Let's go. Alright, let's hop to the second game now. What's against Cleveland? Warren, but I go home. Alright, let's hop to the second game now. What's against Cleveland? Warren, but I go home. Alright. We're 4-0, Cleveland's 2-2. Let's get it. We're still playing a roll. Cleveland, Derek Garland, Dolly Mitchell, Isaac Cole, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. Let's get it.
And the Cavs trying to get a win at home and press for success. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday. Jobs, of course, last season, the Cavs beat the Magic in the playoffs. It was their first series win without LeBron, going back to 1993.
Why did he take playlock off? There we go.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You
Don't
don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Edwards out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the center position.
The first of many tonight.
No, three.
Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Garland. Off the mark there with a three. Doncic outside.
LeBron, you gotta make her for you. Check it.
A good-looking shot from the wing.
Defense was all over Doncic, so he smartly uses a pick to get free to shoot.
Garland against Doncic. Pulls up.
That's all.
Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Good to go. 4-2.
What they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Let's
I was able
go.
to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a
7-2.
minute. He was just marveling at LeBron's ability to take advantage of any mistake you make, even a minor one. He said, if you're even a half step away from a guy defensively, LeBron will find that person. Coach is asking his guys to stay connected to shooters tonight.
And Allie, thanks. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at New Orleans, they've risen to 3rd in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
Checking out the Lakers, they're playing fantastic basketball right now. I know it's early in the year, but surprisingly, they may turn out to be the team to beat.
Now here's Garland.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Again, Garland missing. Here's Edwards. Hits the jump.
Let's go.
Edwards has got 7 points.
The plan coming in is working. They're perfect 5 for 5 from the floor.
Shot to stop the run. And the
layup is good.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize. But I love his aggressiveness.
And here's Edwards outside. That one falls.
Let's go.
Great setup by Doncic.
About 10, 14-4.
He's got 10.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had
many
answers for him.
To the middle.
Mitchell with the slam.
14-6.
See you, Mr. Mitchell. Now look, for a 6'1" guard, this man can absolutely fly.
Here's Edwards. And he
Perfecto.
goes right over
15-6. Let's go.
Slams it down.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Now here's Mitchell. He just could not put it together in that loss to New York. Hayes finds James. The three. And another three for the Lakers.
19-6.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
And we've got a timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. RJ, the Cavs breaking ground on a new practice facility set to open in 2027.
Situated on the Cuyahoga River, it will be 4 times larger than the existing one. And let me tell you this, the existing one was state-of-the-art, and it continues to rejuvenate what we're seeing in downtown Cleveland. Shout out to the Cavaliers.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Hunter's checked in, and it's Mitchell.
The miss.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 19-6 run. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Oh, rejected by Allen.
That reach from Allen, let's just say it's tremendous.
Well, kind of good.
11-footer. And it's Mitchell, the miss. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently
now
they
shot the ball. Bro.
Now here's Mitchell. Sinks the tray. Mitchell's got 5 now.
That's cash. Mitchell is a volume 3-point shooter for a reason now.
Here's Edwards.
No, it's not with 2-9. Let's go. Let's go.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Here's Allen, following the score by Los Angeles. The three from Mitchell, and the Cavaliers.
I'm making this shit. Oh.
If you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
And here's Edwards outside.
Let's go.
Now 7 for 9.
Let's go.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Cavaliers trail by 12. Down low. Here's Mitchell.
The
shot off that time. Some solid defense from Edwards. Doncic passes to Edwards. And they double up Edwards. It's James on the wing.
Keep on with it.
And Los Angeles
Let's go.
another three.
And the
12.
defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter.
Oh.
Mobley finds Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Clock at 6.
That's all.
Garland, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Edwards. And he
Let's
goes
go.
right over
12.
Donovan Mitchell
Let's
and
go.
slams it down.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Garland scanning the floor. Pass to Allen. Outside Hunter. Mobley outside. Over James. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 17 at the end of the period. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second.
Let's go.
Stats here, the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. There's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Max Strus is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then it's Evan Mobley. Then there's Sam Merrill. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now Hayes.
Open.
Hachimura outside. And there's James from the arc. And the Lakers hit again from
13-14.
Just zero hesitation from James, trusting his shot.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Let's go.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, we're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us. And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And RJ, looking back at the in-game flopping penalties introduced last season, how do you think they worked?
Well, I didn't see many that were actually called, but as they say, it's always good to have a rule implemented in case you need it, or so I'm told.
Okoro is checked in for Cleveland. Pass to James.
Come on, box it out, man.
Back to Doncic. Outside Edwards.
Open.
Puts up a 3. The shot is
Let's
good.
go. Why do we open?
Making the play.
Why don't Doncic leave open for?
Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Garland's checked in for Strus. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. 5th, the Lakers.
Ball movement was one of the keys to what they did last season. Every squad talks about teamwork. These guys backed it up.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Pass to Mobley. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
I love the intensity from Mobley going right up inside, not avoiding the contact.
Richard, no doubt about the upside of Evan Mobley.
What's his best
position, you think, though?
Defensively, he can guard 1 through 5. He is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every single year. But offensively, unless he improves his three-point shot, he is most likely going to be more of a 5. If he wants to play the 4, he's got to be able to stretch it from 3.
Pass to Hunter. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Los Angeles leading by 22. Doncic outside. Now Hayes. Now here's Doncic. From outside the arc. That falls.
Let's go.
Nice feed that time from James.
Let's go.
Doncic has got his second bucket of the night. Pass to Jerome. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Hunter, a screen on Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Jerome passes to Hunter.
That's all.
Cleveland again missing. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 13-3 run. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
44-17.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space. It has to be a great play on each end.
Garland for 3. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
If they want to come back, he needs to be better.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
46-13.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Mobley on a screen. And here's Hunter for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
40-13.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Doncic against Garland. Outside Hunter. Here's Jerome. Nails it from 3.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
They would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Here's Mobley, and it's rejected. Here's Edwards. And he backs it down right on top of Evan Mobley.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Outside
Garland. Mobley passes to Hunter. It's stolen by James. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
27 seconds left in the half. Garland for 3. Gets it to go. 3 makes 9 attempts.
3-4-3.
So it's Los Angeles now. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season. Edwards for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards has got 38 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Now here's Garland. And stolen by Hayes.
The
shot no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with 0 pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
I think for Cleveland, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Los Angeles Lakers.
While it's been a stampede in transition, they'll run it right down your throat if you
let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
Thanks for joining us. Time.
Let's just throw there. Let's go. Come on, minute going.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be.
Well, three.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. Following this game, they host the Magic. That'll be the second of a two-game stretch at home. On the court for the Lakers. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Edwards. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. 5 on the clock. Mobley finds Garland over Doncic. And Garland with the basket on the assist by Mobley. Mobley's got 3 assists now in this one.
25.
Edwards against Mitchell.
Perfect.
Yes.
Score, my team score back on you. 6-5. Let's go.
And he jams it home
Locked
with
in.
authority.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the
No
air.
3.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Back to Allen.
That's all.
It's Hayes with the rebound. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Pass to Doncic.
Oh.
Outside Edwards.
Got Jerry Allen open.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And
Let's go.
Edwards slams it in.
6-25.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk,
Let's
okay,
go.
even
The
better,
3.
you take it.
Here's Garland. Rebounded by LeBron. James has got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Let's go with a 3. Ooh, he's
Let's
locked
go.
in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Outside Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Edwards. The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Here's James. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Allen with a screen on Doncic. Garland for 3. Rebound, the Lakers. And Grant for the Cavs to take that next step in terms of contending. What do you think has to happen?
Let's go.
Well, number one, enhancing their ability to put pressure on the rim. When you look at their rate of free throws and offensive rebounds, there is big room for improvement.
To the middle. Here's Mitchell.
Nope. Mitchell not scoring this bro.
Struggles continue. Missing again. The Lakers have gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. From deep, here's Doncic.
Let's go.
From downtown. Doncic has got 8 points.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
A 3.
Outside Garland. Looking to get back on track. And it's good on the layup.
Block that, Doncic.
Garland's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You see the body control that Garland has, takes on the defender, gets hit, adjusts, and finishes. It's just a work of art.
Edwards, a pass to Doncic. Back to Edwards. And they double up Edwards. Hachimura from long range. And Los Angeles, another 3.
He drops yet another dime.
Sorry,
just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't
A 3.
missed.
Garland up top, guarded by Doncic. Mobley outside. The three from Okoro. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. When this game is done, they'll be off to Toronto, taking on the Raptors. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Edwards gets the bucket.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Back to Garland. Launches a three. James with the rebound. James has got rebound number 7 tonight.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Garland with the ball. Hayes picks him up. Mobley outside. Pass to Mitchell. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
I want to see Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Let's go.
Edwards gets the bucket.
31.
The way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Okoro outside. Mobley passes to Mitchell. There's the triple. Rebound, the Lakers. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds tonight. Doncic left side.
Oh,
jam by Doncic.
31.
Not known for showing off, Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Okoro. Mobley with it. Hachimura covering. Off with the layup. Way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. They're efficient. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor.
Passes
like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
Let's go.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ty Jerome is out there with Darius Garland. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Dean Wade. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Edwards, a pass to Hayes. Doncic with it. From the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his fifth shot in his many attempts.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Jerome, no good. So it's Los Angeles now. Hayes, the pass to Edwards. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Relentless in his approach. He has one thing on his mind. Close this game out.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Jerome passes to Garland. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Doncic. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. And there's the screen. Here's Hunter. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a line. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Jared Allen, he's checked in for Wade. Shoots a fadeaway. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Back to Garland. Hunter, screen on Doncic. Hunter up top. Okoro on the wing. Good work defensively by James.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the...
Let's go, great for me. Not 2-3. Let's go.
Oh, you expect Rui to finish that play. But when a guy is this open, he makes a quality pass.
Pass to Hunter. Okoro outside. Three-pointer.
First off.
It's rebounded by Los Angeles. To the paint.
We're on.
And there's James on the assist from Edwards.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
Here's Jerome, guarded by Edwards. Throws it up high. And stolen by Hayes. Here's Doncic. Pass to Edwards. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by.
50.
Again,
let's go.
What an avalanche.
Just a magnificent showing for him offensively. It's coming in rapid succession.
And get this, he's now tied for third most 60-point games in league history. Here's Hunter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Mobley, he's checked in for the Cavs. Mitchell comes in for Jerome. And it's
James
with the jam.
Let's go.
Making it look easy. LeBron James, old man, can still get up with the alley-oop finish.
The 3.
2 minutes. Outside Garland. Here's Mitchell. Hachimura with a rebound. Hachimura's got 7 rebounds in the game. Edwards looking it over. Good! That's another bucket.
62.
That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Mobley outside. To the inside. Mitchell.
Nope.
Oh, good D by Edwards.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost.
Let's go. Let's go.
See that coming.
Let's game.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Outside Hunter. Back to Garland. Pass to Hunter. Outside Mitchell. 5 to shoot. For 3.
That's off.
Knocks down the long J.
You give a shooter.
All right, bet. My sister today. Put screens, you know. Still right there. What fucking bet?
It's Edwards on the wing. Checked by Mitchell.
Let's go.
Edwards gets the bucket.
138.
And nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pass to Mobley. And here's Mitchell from behind the arc.
No way.
Mitchell can't get that one to fall. Garland against Doncic. 32 seconds left in the fourth. Hayes with it. Back to James. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Yeah,
Hayes gonna
blocked
pass it.
out the noise,
The Doncic.
blocked out the distractions,
Cross
and
grinding,
this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
112-40.
Edwards against Mitchell. And here's Edwards.
Let's go.
And
114-40.
Slams it in.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless.
We'll get it done right there.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations, and for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
Let's hop to the Raptors game. We 5-0. The Raptors are 2-3. Let's get it. I'm still playing with the Raptors. Have Emil quickly. RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, Jaco Porto. Let's get it. Just an easy dub for us.
North of the border in Toronto. Thus welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for all the talk, Greg. Leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. In at forward form, it's James and Hachimura. Doncic out there with Edwards, and it's Hayes in at the center. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Ingram outside. High, arcing shot, and they're able to recover. And here are the Lakers. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's quickly, following the bucket by the Lakers. And the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Darko Rajakovic had a few moments to share with me before. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka.
Great pass from Rui there. You can see he likes setting up his teammates.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter.
3-3.
Quickly looking it over. They need this. It's rebounded by Hayes. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Doncic again. The Lakers.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Ingram. Over LeBron. And the shot a bit short.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game to make it.
Let's go. Let's go.
There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple of years.
Let's go. Switching up. Let's go.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution
For
so
three.
far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything.
That's all.
And again, Toronto no luck. Lakers leading by 15. Pass to LeBron. Shoots over Ingram. And LeBron with the basket, the assist from Edwards.
Don't you know?
Edwards got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Quickly.
For three.
Birtle with the ball. Now, here's Barrett. Locked loose. It's stolen by Hachimura. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Look on that. They can't stop us.
Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Some changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And Grady Dick subbed in for Quickly. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Birtle the pass to Barrett. Now Dick. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 5. Over Edwards. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Lakers leading by 19 points. Here's Hachimura.
Let's go. 2-1
by Hachimura.
Let's go.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Bounce pass Ingram. Here's Boucher. Back to Ingram. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. After a flurry of trades last season, Toronto, Brent, seems to be committed to build around Scotty Barnes.
It does feel that way, Kevin, that Scotty is the cornerstone guy. But I don't know if they really feel like he is truly their number one. They're recognizing his talent, but there's still a lot of work to be done to rebuild this Toronto Raptor roster.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Abaji's checked in, and quickly in for Brandon Ingram. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on. Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. Edwards with it. He's been...
Let's go. Let's go.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And here's quickly for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's the lob to the hoop, and Hayes throws it down.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Boucher with a screen on James for 3. Barrett buries the long range.
Finally, after all those planks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is that always helps.
And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 26 points this week. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
We've got Walter. Also Emmanuel quickly out there.
That's all.
There's Boucher out there with Grady Dick. And it's Abaji into the power forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Left side, Edwards. Shoots over Walter.
Let's go.
Shot is good. Edwards got 16.
From that in-between range,
Three.
they've been
Three.
the much better team.
Out left to the wing. Boucher passes to Dick.
That's all.
Off target with his 3. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger.
And boy, he's really in a dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over.
And
now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
And the Raptors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. And that one's good. Hachimura.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Toronto calls timeout. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Toronto. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Third is Luka Doncic.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Outside, Barrett. Dick wide open. And again, no good by Toronto. Lakers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the season.
Let's go.
It in.
38. Let's go.
Well, Hachimura not known as a playmaker, but unselfish play
No,
at his part of his game.
Pass to Boucher. Here's Barrett. And the call on the shot sends it. To the line. That's on LeBron James.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Let's go. With the stuff.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. Pass to Barrett. Over connect. It's held in by Los Angeles. Left side, Edwards. Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 25 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The threes.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Quickly kicks to Boucher. Pass to Barnes. Boucher sets a screen for Barnes.
That's off.
And the Raptors miss again. The Lakers have gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second.
What 14?
How creative was that from Rui, getting a bit fancy with it.
Oh, threes.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, I saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Let's go. What's on 10? Let's go.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Indeed.
The Lakers on offense. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Pass to connect. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
50-10.
Connects. Got his first 3 points of the game.
That's why he's in this league. Connect is deadly from deep.
So Brent, as fall turns to winter, the season just getting underway.
Yeah, Kevin, and you kind of feel like, man, we're in it. We are trying to get on the floor and get ourselves to the end of the year. So, yeah, pack your jackets, get your sweats, the full sweatsuits on. We're ready to travel, and we're in the thick of things now.
50-13.
Now here's Edwards. Tight defense on him.
50-13.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Barnes sets a screen for Quickly. From the arc. Nice D from Doncic.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Well, threes. So that's right, Mr. Shut up, Hulk. No, City. What's up?
Barnes.
Shout out to the City.
Now, Quickly. An 11-point game for him in the win against Charlotte. 6 on the shot clock.
Subscribe. He's watching. Subscribe.
Boucher sets a screen for Barnes. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hayes in the post. Boucher defending. The shot's good from Hayes.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct. Just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute.
Jeez, you're cooking. I know. Doms. Oh, you subscribe, Doms.
Hey folks, we know you're anxious for the first half breakdown, but a surprise start to the show is only fitting with some early season power rankings.
You take a look at the Lakers. They hold the best record in their conference. That alone accounts for their lofty perch in the Take a look at the Lakers.
That's some good eating. Not quite salmon, but still very tasty in its own right. And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Raptors.
Come on, we're trying to keep that first place. We don't want to be a play-in or not in the playoffs. We want to stay in the playoffs.
Jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say
if you scored, if I score 81, I'll subscribe. I will. I got you.
And that is a wrap.
I already scored 81 last game.
Send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of.
I scored not 81 last game. I scored 82. I broke my record last game against the Suns.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second.
81 for you.
What a game we're seeing from Champ.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an
answer
for
him. Lock in. Let's go.
In that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So for the Lakers right now, connect out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Then there's Hayes, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position.
Let's go.
Bangs home the trifecta.
6-13.
That's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
If you don't reach
Ingram outside.
the 81, I will on sub. I got you. I'll definitely score 81. Like I said, I scored 82 against the Suns last game. But I got you this game for 81.
knocks it
God
loose.
damn it.
Tries to save
Grab
it,
it.
and it goes out of bounds.
Right ball.
Last touch by Barrett.
Indeed.
Don't do the roll at thermometer.
Los Angeles has gotten on a roll from three-point land.
Yeah, please don't myself. I'm gonna roll to 1,000 subscribers.
Tonight.
Right now, definitely roll for 300. Start off small.
Edwards against Barrett. Again,
Let's
Los
go.
Angeles.
6-13.
This game to this point, but it looks like he
Try,
just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Quickly the pass to Ingram.
Try master. Think try master.
Barrett
For
against
threes.
Edwards.
Lock in.
Barrett kicks to quickly. Oh, good on
Grab
the
it.
three.
Follow me.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Edwards,
Let's go.
good.
Well, the talk at
13.
halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start
Three.
the quarter.
First
Lock
and
in.
a half of basketball here
That's
in
all.
the third quarter.
Not
Follow
been
me.
an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
We love young Scotty Barnes. He can shoot, he can
Let's go.
defend, and he
3
can
13.
really pass.
Let's go, crowd.
Brent, he seems like the
For
ideal
39
wing.
points right now.
Well, there's a lot of things there, Kevin, that are very good. And you don't become an all-star at that position without those kind of abilities. But the responsibility of playing winning basketball consistently, let's see how that plays out for Scotty moving forward.
Lock in. No threes.
Screen on Hachimura.
Good D.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
Let's go.
The Lakers hit again from
10-13.
Yeah, great outside shooting.
For threes.
Really
About 42.
fueling this run.
Barnes outside.
I'm not getting this quarter. I'm gonna get 81 this quarter. I took out the fourth quarter to get 81.
Miss after miss right now.
Follow me.
5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start.
Let's go.
Coming out of
10-13.
that.
Let's go.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing,
No
that's
threes.
one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
I can try getting one in the third.
And he could not get that
Good
one
foul.
to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Hey, Brian, how do you like
I've
the
got
NBA
44 now.
Well, we're 1 year in, Kevin, and last year there are a few things that need to get worked out and some kinks in it, but man, it really made for some interest around the league as both player, fan, and executive to watch a team play in that kind of competitive environment.
Let's go.
Always a payoff to that.
10-14.
break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to
No
David
threes.
Aldridge.
Kevin, improving dialogue between players and
47.
officials is a priority. Commissioner Silver says, now with high-fidelity audio, we're all able to hear a lot of what's being said. Now we have to take into account the high-stress environment. But there has to be a two-way sense of respect. I feel it's an area where we can make progress. Kevin?
Well, you know, the commissioner's always looking ahead
That's all.
and looking at every area,
Good D.
which is great for the game. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto.
And another.
Let's go. 10-14. Let's go.
Coming, Kevin, right?
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team
For threes.
down.
Well, nothing
10-14.
that they're doing
49
seems
points.
to be making an impact, and there are some nights where you just run out of
Lock in,
options,
lock in,
whether
lock
it's
in.
by personnel or by
Let's
tactics.
go, net.
Drilled
Let's
for a
go.
three-pointer.
Well,
So it's
we
13.
know quickly can score, but there he shows off his passing ability.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
Let's go,
It's the
quick shoot.
three-point bomb.
8-13.
Edwards got 52 points.
Let's go,
And
throw.
when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about
No,
the
they call a timeout now.
And
Good thing they put me down with a timeout.
all-time
They can't go put me down with a timeout. Oh.
And checking out some numbers for Barrett. Good season for him last year. Around 20 points per game last season. 5 rebounds and 3 assists. And he's a nice scoring
Rocking
threat
her, a three.
in their second unit. A guy who provides instant offense.
Follow me.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Let's go.
Basket by
33-13. Let's go.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the
35.
Lakers.
And they've shown great focus on the
Roughly 5
defensive end,
points.
putting
No
constant
threes.
pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
And the Raptors with some changes. Dick comes in for Pirtle, and it's Walter in for R.J. Barrett.
Let's go.
Bucket in no time
86-13, 58.
Edwards got 58.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Walter.
That's all.
And the Raptors miss again.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you, and you want to get...
Let's go. 60.
Amazing.
And he has all the tools and
50 points. 88-17.
For second most 60-point games.
No threes.
What a career he's had. My goodness.
Are you on it? Lock in.
Still yet to score. And here is Quickly. And the Raptors miss again.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And
For
here's
3.
Edwards from the
Let's go.
And again,
91-13.
Los Angeles with the triple.
63 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was
No
a
threes.
topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space.
Mark Diffin get 81 in the fourth quarter.
To get guys open at the 3.
Fourth quarter, 81 points on the 4.
Boucher finds Dick. Here's Ingram. Raptors need to get a shot off. Here's Walter.
Good D.
One's off, still out of sync.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration
Let's go.
seems to be mounting
94-13,
here.
6-6.
Not just in their faces, but right now in their...
Go in, stop that corner. Let's go quarter, get a double. Let's go.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the...
Let's go quarter, get a double. Let's go.
Two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then it's Walter.
Let's go. 6-9. 97-17.
That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Their third three-pointer
No
in a
threes.
row.
It's Barrett on the wing.
Buckner.
And
The
2
foul.
free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Alton Connect picks one up. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Frank, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for
Let's go,
your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work,
Let's go.
to build up
99-19,
a team where
21.
you are making the steps and taking strides to become a
threes.
championship caliber team. That stuff starts at the NBA draft.
And it's Barnes at the elbow. Pass to Walter. Back to Barnes. Launches a 3. Rebound the Lakers. Hayes has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And here's Edwards from the good.
Let's go. 24. 1-2-19. Let's go.
Defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2
No
guys,
threes.
on, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
24 points.
Boucher with a screen on Hachimura. Clock at 6.
Oof, look at this still.
Pass to Walter. It's
The D.
rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 13 rebounds in the game.
Oh, still basket.
There's the triple. And again
Let's go.
for 3.
13 points. 25-19.
Display he's showing us tonight just keeps knocking them down.
No threes.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc.
Can't guard me.
That last make tying him for
That's all.
second in most threes in the game.
And it's a 4-way tie now. Himself, Curry,
22.
Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
Here's Edwards. Another one goes.
39 points.
Incredible.
One more than 81.
He's been absolutely ridiculous in
22.
this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
No threes.
Pass to Shed. Now, here's Barrett. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is all over the league. Teams now building the
Let's go. 8-1.
And that ties him for third all-time scoring.
81 points. Not 22. I'm gonna break your hit a free throw.
Absolutely, a game not to be forgotten. He has put
up 22. Bang.
Just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over
Thanks.
2.5 minutes into it.
Good job. Thanks.
Pass to Pirtle to the inside, and slams it in.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
Now here's Edwards. Going in and
hits
it again.
112.
And he's nearing the single game franchise record.
84 points. 84-24.
Absolutely
112-24.
Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot.
No threes.
Here's quickly. Pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Quickly finds Barrett.
That's all.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not
8-1.
a good look at all.
Always fun to look at.
86 points.
Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Greg,
15-24.
around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And
No threes.
there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
Get 100 and I like. Gotcha.
Nailed from three-point land.
How are you going to get it to go? 15-27.
Points for the quarter.
Now Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
And here's Edwards from another.
Let's go. 90. 118-27.
And he's now outmatched his own single game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in connection
Not three.
from distance.
121-27.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with
No three.
a beautiful three.
A new single game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is best.
That's off.
What a
Good D.
display.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Let's go.
And
96.
so it's going to end up
124-27.
as a blowout,
For the game.
a dominating performance for
No
Los
threes.
Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They
Right,
definitely never changed
That's off.
the approach. They just
50
kept after it. and
124-29.
They were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
98. Let's go.
Making every effort to put this game
Go to 104 and I would drink a gasoline. Oh, Lord, don't do
Guys are
that.
staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to
No
let go of
threes.
the rope.
126.
Barnes
29.
outside. It's Ingram on the wing. And he comes up with the deuce.
50 for open the pin of it in. On 2-6-21.
Back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff
Like 100 to put on my
performance.
wrist.
Tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And he makes the first.
Y'all are stupid.
And Edwards
Y'all are
drops them
crazy.
both.
On 20-31.
34
I got 100.
seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ingram outside. Banked in off the glass.
123.
Showing off in plays just like that.
For 3, Edwards. And got
Let's
it.
go. 103. 131. 33.
Believe. He set
Foul.
a new
Fucking 106.
even in hostile territory, the fans have to respect what he's done here tonight.
You know, Greg, he's filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his terrific performance.
Oh, he is
Foul.
in the zone, and you just assume right now that if he throws it up, it's going in.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the first one at the line is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it from 3-point range.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully.
Yeah, with the door right there.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
Yes, I gotta go ahead.
Compete, you know, the way we
DG, I have to go. I'll just on the right. Thanks.
The game is never over.
Hey, Don.
Compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
I got you.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Dirty
For
swap.
Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Champ.
https://youtube.com/@BritneyMitchell1996 C equals LRSMWUJSN Coop B. Y'all continue subscribing to my YouTube channel.
They're gonna face the Pistons. We're 6-0. Pistons 2-5. We're still playing on the road. The Pistons had K. Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Amar Thompson, Tobias Harris, Dylan Durden. Let's get it.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose. Greetings and thanks for ending your... Well, Coach, we're still very early in the NBA season. When you were coaching, what was your focus around this time?
Early in the season, Brian, really in the entire season, but especially early, you just want to try to get better every single night, making the corrections from one night to the next, and just keep growing as a team.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Edwards out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Harris misses. And James has got the ball here for the Lakers. Takes the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
Cunningham passes to Thompson. Duren with it. Inside. Here's Harris. Unable to get that one. Hachimura with the defensive effort. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, James Bickerstaff and I were able to chat.
7-0.
I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all 4 quarters.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Harris. Following the score by Los Angeles. Duren with the bucket.
Almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow. Just wow.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. Ivy outside. 6 to shoot. Goes up at the elbow.
Yeah,
Good
slow
D.
start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And one.
And they're going to
Give
count
one
that
further.
bucket, and
Go
they'll
team
send
up
it to
here,
the
different
line.
line.
It could be a three-point play. That one on Thompson. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Throw two.
Free throw good, Edwards. For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 5 to
three.
start things off. Doncic against Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Shot is up. And it's
Good
Cunningham
D.
missing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Doncic passes to Edwards. For Ivy. And Edwards
Cool.
the bucket. On
14-2.
the assist from
Oh,
Doncic.
12.
Edwards got 9 points.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Beasley's checked in for Detroit. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
When you think about everything he's done on the offensive end, he's more than deserving of this award. He put his team on his back when it came to putting points on the board.
Now here's Ivy. Cunningham outside.
First off.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Let's go.
Doncic with the
16-2.
jam.
Let's go.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching.
No three.
A perfect game plan.
Pass to Beasley. There's the three. And he buries his first
What?
look.
On edge.
He's
50
consistent
world.
from out there,
15
especially
five.
when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Edwards outside. Again,
Let's
gets
go.
it to go. He
Let's
can't
right back.
miss.
19-5.
5 for 5.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
For three.
Thompson outside. Pass to Beasley. And here's Cunningham. Guarded by Doncic. And he was
Good foul.
fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Doncic.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
Both free throws good from Cunningham. Stay on the top pick in the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create.
Look at open LeBron. Let's go. 2-7.
I think this guy is a winner.
They're not
No
wasting
three.
any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let
Nope.
up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And
Let's go.
Edwards slams it in.
24-7.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely.
A three.
Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. And stolen by Edwards.
But still.
And he lobs it up top. And slam dunk by
Let's go.
James.
26-7.
The timing LeBron possesses is second to none. Fantastic at measuring when to go for alley-oops.
For three.
Cunningham finds Ivy. James against Beasley. Thompson, a screen on James. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beasley. James with the block.
Sending it right back. LeBron fears no one.
And he gets
Let's
it
go.
to go.
27.
Edwards has got 16 points. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
No
Well, their
three.
defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor.
Indeed.
Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a
37.
lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery,
three.
he redefined his form and
God, that's what I
strengthened
needed.
his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duran. Harris comes in for Thompson. Hardaway's checked in for Ivy. And it's Schroeder in for Cunningham. Harris finds Schroeder. Beasley with it. Back to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Hardaway from outside. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards, a pass to Hachimura. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Let's go.
Lakers ahead, running away with it. Quarter number.
Let's get us a course started so we can have the summer. Let's go.
On the scoreboard.
Blowing the teams out right now. Only 2 pitches out right now.
And for the Lakers,
Lock
this
in.
has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Isaiah Stewart out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Schroeder at the point. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game.
Let's go.
And that one good.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Stewart outside. Beasley against James. Beasley, the pass to Hardaway. Stewart, a screen on Edwards. For 3, Hardaway.
Let's go.
Rebound, the Lakers. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Hardaway.
Let's go. 36-7. Let's go.
Well, what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
Pass to Harris. Stewart, a screen on Hachimura. For 3, here's Harris. And again, the Pistons missing. Down low. Here's Hayes.
Let's go.
Finished off by Hayes.
Let's go.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Stewart outside. Here's Beasley. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Well, Grant, you were...
Let's go. 47. Let's go.
That is incredible.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Harris passes to Hardaway. Can they get it?
Let's go.
And the layup is up and in. Hardaway's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, mixing it up inside, and I like when Hardaway Jr. tries his... Luck close to the rim.
Hachimura outside. Here's Doncic, and there's
Let's go.
another one for the
4-2-9.
Lakers.
Let's go.
Their ball movement on this run
Oh,
has
three.
been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now Schroeder, no points yet. Stewart, a screen on James. The three is up. Beasley misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Hachimura outside. Back to Doncic. Oh,
Let's go.
Doncic
4-4-9. Let's go.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you
Agreed.
enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Harris on the wing. Hachimura covering. Hachimura against Harris. Beasley for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Edwards. And
Let's go.
Edwards
4-6-9. Let's go.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Agreed.
When there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Harris outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Don't sleep on the size of Tobias Harris. He's not afraid to bang and bump down there.
And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs,
What's your
not
killer?
a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 17-4 run.
Let's go.
And
21-11.
Edwards slams it in.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
To the paint. Here's Ivy. And it's blocked by Edwards. Now the Lakers moving it up. Here's Doncic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Doncic has got 11 points.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Cunningham up top, guarded by Doncic. Cunningham against Doncic. And that one's good. Cunningham.
The physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Here's Edwards. Oh, and
Let's
that
go.
one, no
Let's go, 13. Let's go.
powered it down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Ivy outside. Harris on the wing. Thompson outside. From downtown. Rebounded by the Lakers. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
It was surprising they lost both games to this team last
Let's go.
year.
Let's go,
You would
13.
have thought the opposite. Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
And here's Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Doncic. Here's Cunningham. Misses the jumper. And so it's Los Angeles making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that
How are we second?
No, you're
Oh, because like Ward 7-0. What if we turn out
Guys, any thoughts on where
one
these
game back?
teams are
We talk with the Warriors coming up.
Rise, a few will fall, and some, like my own career, remain strong in control.
We're pushing for one spot.
Do you see yourself in every stat? It seems like we can't even revolve anything without you in it.
Yeah, glad you understand the gravity of the situation, Jet. I'm pulling you in. You're not getting away. Deploying energy beams. Zoom, zoom.
Half, what a dominant display for the Lakers.
They've imposed their will on the glass, getting all the 50-50 balls and maybe even a few 20-80 balls.
Love the activity. Don't just say you want to win. Prove it and get it.
We show we want to win.
Glad you could join us, Ryan.
Let's get stuck out there. Let's get the momentum going. Let's go.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
Block here,
Detroit with the ball. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. And that'll be their only... At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Edwards. And it's Hayes in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, and Cunningham there, able to shoot with his feet set. That's one he knows.
Let's go.
Fires in the triple.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
The 3.
Pass to Duran. Ivy with the ball.
Let's go.
Cunningham outside. Here's the teardrop. It's not going to go for him. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Let's go.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. And here's Edwards outside. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Very hard start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team.
On the road to 1,000 subscribers right now. I'm on the road to 300.
I'm getting close. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Let's go.
In the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Harris outside. Ivy outside.
Let's go.
Cunningham against Doncic. Hachimura with a rebound. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing
oh my
isn't
God.
all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Here's Ivy. Pass to Duran. Harris outside. Cunningham looking it over. Ivy a screen on Doncic. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Ivy against Doncic. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hachimura's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Edwards, a pass to James. Count it.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy has to embody those things.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the 3rd quarter.
Ivy, and it's blocked by Edwards. James passes to Doncic. The shot's
Let's
good
go.
on the assist
24-19.
by James.
Let's go.
Doncic has got 13 now.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Duran with a screen on Edwards. And here's Ivy from the arc. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
They're simply not missing.
The three.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Back to Cunningham.
Gotta go.
Defense at its best from Doncic. Like to see him putting that much effort into his D.
And some changes here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. Beasley comes in for Thompson. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham. To stop the drought.
Nope.
Ivy's shot is off.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language
Let's go.
look good
28-19.
right
Let's go.
They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
He is the story for them offensively.
The three.
And a big reason why they're ahead.
Subscribe.
Schroeder passes to Ivy.
That's off.
Offline with a three.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways
Let's go.
to get
8-19.
easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Guys, he is on fire this quarter. I mean, what an incredible scoring performance.
To the middle. Here's Duran. Some solid defense from Hayes. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Drops in the three.
19. Let's go.
Hachimura's got 5 points in the quarter.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura
three.
always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Duran with a screen on James. Beasley, the pass to Ivy. Hits a three-pointer. Ivy's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, after a scoreless first half, he's turning things around here, looking much more aggressive.
Drains the triple. And
26-22.
both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shoot
That's
a
off.
steady diet from outside.
Go in circle time. Let's go quarter. Get the dough. Let's go.
Pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his...
Let's go quarter. Get the door. Let's go.
And he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works. Or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Malik Beasley. Paul Reed is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Hardaway in at the 2. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Pass to Hardaway. And Grant with the 65 games rule for player awards. It did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, BA, and I liked it. The stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, the shot blocking, the defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And it's Hardaway on the take. Boom! He jams it straight
Not
down.
on 2 4. Bet.
Yeah, seizing his moment. Hardaway Jr. drives in hard.
Here's Edwards. And it's
Let's go.
good.
51.
He hits another one.
Not 13-4.
Gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Getting up and then
For three.
throwing it down.
Oh, that was a
For
big
five.
hammer right there. Oh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Schroeder passes to Reed. Stewart outside. The Pistons need to get one up quick.
That's all.
Beasley
Good D.
misses.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it. But you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And the
Let's
basket
go.
by Hachimura.
Nice
And the
24.
defense is really allowing them too much room on
No
the
threes.
perimeter.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. Stewart outside. Back to Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. And we haven't seen a new franchise join the NBA stand since the Charlotte Bobcats in 2003.
Fucking
20
freeze.
years later, though, things
That's
seem to be
27.
percolating a bit.
Well, you've seen it, Brian. There's some deep pockets out there and some great markets, all vying to get into the action.
Let's go. Quick one right back.
No,
No, not
the
27.
NBA is all about growth.
No threes.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Now here's Schroeder. Three-pointer.
Good
It's
D.
Hayes with the rebound. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 13-5 run. James outside. Pass to Doncic. And he banks
Let's
it
go.
layup.
We've seen
127.
that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
No threes.
Detroit has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Doncic against Schroeder. Now here's Reed. Pass to Beasley. 4-3.
That's all.
Rebound,
Good
the
D.
Lakers. Hachimura's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. James outside. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it
No
was
threes.
created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Beasley for three. And
Good
again,
D.
no good by Detroit.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Shot is good by
25-27. Let's go.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you
No
enjoy
threes.
what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes
That's
you
all.
just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
D.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be
Let's
any
go.
different.
27.
And
20
this will
touches.
give them their
Let's go.
7th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win
For
the
three.
first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency from Champ.
Anytime they needed a bucket,
Nope.
they'd put the ball in his
Indeed.
hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Here he goes. Oh,
60.
connects again.
Oh, now 27. Let's
Can't
go.
believe I'm saying this. He's now second in 60-point
No
games
threes.
all time.
Tapping into his full arsenal, night in, night out. Schroeder against Doncic. And
Indeed.
rejected. To the inside. Here's Edwards. And got
Let's
it.
go.
Another
62.
basket.
27.
62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Schroeder. No good,
Indeed.
and they can't put it into the drought. Hardaway against Edwards.
Let's go. On 13-27.
Off the glass.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So we see the Lakers taking the
Good
W
way to
here.
do worker.
Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
We're shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
LeBron, it's been a long road trip away from home. Aside from wins, what are you looking to accomplish?
Well, for us, I think it's great to be on the road. I mean, it's just us. You know, you kind of have like a bunker mentality when it's just you on the road. It's just us. That's it. You know, so we're far away from our home. So it's just, you know, like I said, it's all about us and how we continue to try to get better, especially with our young guys. You know, I think it's a good experience for all of them.
Growing that mentality will definitely help come playoff time. Thanks, LeBron.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant.
Now it's updating these for this defense attributes. Let's go. Let's go. Subscribe. Subscribe. If you're watching, you're still watching. Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.